Good morning, South Africa. Yes, it's Wednesday, which means it's the Culinary Hotline Bling Ding Ding Ding! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Next week, we are... Do you know it's International Ravioli Day next week?
Really?
Yes. Really, yes. That's why you're here. Yes, so we want to get you at home, in the gears, in the vibe of everything pasta. And today I brought the experts in from Riva Restaurant to teach you how to make pasta from scratch. And I said earlier, are you going to teach our viewers to make it like Nonna would make it? And they both said, better.
Better than the Nonna.
Better than the Nonna. All the Nonnas are coming for us today. But let me introduce, we've got Nicolo.
Hi.
You feeling good? You feeling strong?
Super good, strong.
And Federico.
Federico, nice to meet you. A bit sleepy, but I'm here.
So just for today, just for the hears, it's Nicolo, Federico, and Clementino. Okay. We're playing it. I'm Italian. No, not that. We're doing it just for the day. So, very, very excited. Your restaurant is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And you've been very kind to me at the restaurant as well. Like, I got there one evening and you didn't have gnocchi on the menu. And you made it fresh for me.
Have you seen?
We treat everyone, we treat like a star.
Thank you. It was absolutely delicious. And your pasta, also every bit of pasta in that restaurant, handmade.
Yes.
Handmade. And that is, I feel like, the difference. So today you're going to teach us, maybe give us a few of your secrets of how to make...
Maybe we will.
Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
It's a long morning.
A little bit. So, Nicola, you're going to be on our beautiful sauce. Can you talk us through what kind of sauce you're making this morning?
We want to start like for the easy sauce. So it's like a mushroom, okay? We use some garlic. We want to teach you, like, to show you more than teach you how to like make some simple, can be like great and brilliant and very tasty. So we're gonna use like some wild mushroom, garlic, a touch of butter to give you the taste, olive oil, and a parsley to the end.
Lovely. And if you actually want to go back and learn how to master all these steps this morning, don't forget to go and check us out on YouTube. And if you have any questions for Nicolo, Federico, or myself, that number is 063-408-8863. Send us all your voice notes. Send us a voice note if you just want to hear them say some stuff in Italian. Why not? Why not? So you're going to get on with your sauce. So then, Federico, you're going to teach us how to make tagliatelle from hand.
Basic recipe, yeah.
Let's go. Let's start.
Let's go. So, let's take a bowl, guys, and we put like, so the recipe is 100 grams of flour, 1 egg. You can help each other with a bit of water if the dough like is a bit dry, to not like break the machine, obviously.
Right. So let's talk about the dough. So you can start so long. I'm gonna talk about this is the dough that you've finished and you've rested. And
exactly.
Resting is very important.
It's very important because make the dough softer.
Right.
So you make like a little vulcan, okay?
Little?
You make a vulcan, you know, like vulcan.
I will be your translation. Your little volcano or a little wow.
Vulcano, exactly.
I like it.
And you break the eggs inside. So me, I'm doing like 300 grams of flour. Here we go. And you break your
3 eggs.
Eggs inside.
So you were telling me the basic ratio for our viewers at home. 100 grams of flour, 1 egg.
Correct.
And from there, you can multiply as you need.
Doesn't matter if you use like small eggs, big eggs, extra large eggs. You can still help yourself with the water. That is the trick.
Got you.
Okay.
And if I wanted to make pasta for 4 at home?
Usually, so at the restaurant, we use 140 grams of pasta. At home, let's say 120.
120 grams.
120 grams is the right portion. Yeah, correct. So let's start. So you just have to incorporate the eggs with the flour, okay? You can help yourself with the bowl because otherwise you're gonna mess it up all your kitchen. Yeah. And maybe your wife is gonna kill you.
She will definitely.
Exactly.
Tell me, so using your fingers and using your hands, is that your preferred method of making pasta?
Yeah. That is like that is my way.
Got you.
So like in the beginning, obviously you're struggling a bit because like you have to incorporate everything together. And once everything is incorporated together, you can go on the table, okay? So it's gonna be...
And just start working directly on the table.
Exactly. So you can help a bit with, especially the first time that you make it, because it's very hard to make the dough the first time.
So we're using a pasta machine today to roll out our dough. If our viewers at home don't have a pasta machine...
So, exactly, you can use the rolling pin.
Okay.
You're gonna struggle a bit more, but you're gonna end up like with a beautiful product. Like back in the days, like the nonnas.
You're gonna end up with amazing triceps and a beautiful product.
Exactly. You don't have to go to the gym.
No.
You just have to use the rolling pin.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna skip ahead. So this is the dough that we've rested, and we've rested it for, would you say, how long?
We did overnight, but like you don't have to do it overnight. You can do like half an hour, 1 hour, just with the cling wrap in the fridge.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a knife. There we go. So, there we go. So this portion, how many would this feed?
That portion is, let's say 400 grams, so I think it's enough for 4 people.
Perfect, okay.
Yeah, if you have like a starter or something else to eat, it's more than enough.
There we go. So we'll talk about the kneading in a little bit, but essentially, once you've kneaded it,
Yeah.
you said 10 to 15 minutes, you really want to knead
must
it.
be like soft, must be like a skin, when you like, like a skin of a baby.
Like a skin?
It's very smooth.
There we go, okay. So also what you want, like you said then, so when you're pressing it, you want a little bit of bounce back.
Yes, exactly.
That's when you know the gluten has
Exactly,
been developed.
yes, it's like the bread, more or less. You know,
Yes.
when you bake the bread, you understand when you push it and it comes back in the same way.
Got you.
Here we go. So more or less here, I incorporate the flour and the eggs, and when the bowl is pretty clean like that, you can go and work on the table. Okay. So on the table, there are 2 movements that are very important. So you have to use this part of your hands.
Yep, got you.
And you have to use, not like a struggle with the hands, but you have to use your body weight to go over the dough.
Over the dough?
So like, I'll show you one. So like, go like that, you fold it, using the other hands, you fold it, and with the body weight, you go over the dough. So at the end, when you finish to make the dough, you don't feel tired.
Right, because you're using your body weight.
Exactly,
right.
That's the trick. So when you do that, you turn 90 degrees, and you keep going, right?
And that's your kneading method, that's all you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. For 10 minutes?
For 10, 15 minutes, until you reach like that level of the dough.
Gotcha.
So you keep going. I know the beginning is...
That's perfect. And then,
Here we go.
at the moment, it's got all those dimples on the outside. But like you said, once you've done kneading it, it's going to end up being super smooth. And
Very smooth.
That's
and it's very important because if you see on the machine, there is all the numbers. So if you knead well the dough, you can skip also sometimes the number. You don't have to follow the whole sequence from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9. It depends of the machine. But yeah, that's the best way.
Got you. And we always start from the
lowest, from the lowest number. So like from 0 or 1 up to, I recommend for the tagliatelle to not go all the way.
You want some thickness?
Yeah, so you want some thickness. Otherwise, it's gonna cook like in a few seconds in the boiling water.
So more is a thick, more like you can try to reach the al dente kind of taste.
Al dente.
Okay.
And if you're wondering, what do you mean by al dente? Don't worry, we'll be back with some more. But before we go, can you look into the camera and say, we'll be back with more Feel Good Breakfast Show, but say in Italian.
What?
We'll be right back in Italian.
Torneremo presto.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Good morning, South Africa, and welcome back again to the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ding, ding, ding!
Yeah.
Oh, they are so good. Okay, so in the first segment, you saw us make this beautiful tagliatelle dish with a mushroom sauce. We're going to talk about that in a second. Talking about talking, we want to get you talking, we want to hear from you. So if you want to send us those voice notes, chat to Nicola or Federico this morning. Talk to me, ask us any questions about anything Italian, anything food related. That number is 063-408-8863. We love hearing from you. So viewers are on that. We have done this. I'm excited for the next dish. What are we making?
Next one we're gonna make paccheri. With alla norma. Alla norma is like a Sicilian one. Paccheri is like a Naples shape of pasta. It's a short pasta, and we're gonna cook with the eggplant. All right, roasted in a pan. We can fry it. If you're at home, you can even fry it. But remember to not strain a lot of the oil, okay?
Gotcha.
And we're gonna do some cherry tomato confit, some Napoli sauce, and we're gonna add with some basil and salty ricotta cheese on top.
Got you. So we're learning some Italian words today as well. What is brinjal or aubergine in Italian?
Melanzana.
Melanzana. Okay, everyone in studio. Melanzana, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Melanzana.
That means old apple.
Old apple.
Okay, doesn't look like, but it's an old apple.
Before we, the team behind the scenes learn how to speak Italian, we're going to learn to count to 3. We'll work on that later. Melanzana, which basically, translation, old apple. I love that.
Apple.
So, we're going to get the pasta in the water, and our water's been heavily salted, right? So we add quite a bit of salted water.
It's boiling.
Boiling.
That's right.
Right. So once you dunk that in, I'm going to read a message that we've got from Linda. Good morning, Linda. Linda says, I love making my own pasta. I always use 00 flour. And if my eggs are a bit small, I like to add an extra large yolk to my dough. That adds richness, of course, but let's talk about 00 flour.
Yeah. So 00 flour is a flexible flour. So like you can use it like to bake a cake and making pasta. So like it's a very flexible flour. There is many kind of flour. There is flour 2, like flour 0, 00. So the 001 is the more like fine one. So it's the more like how can I say, the noble like flour. But you don't have to use like the other flour. The 00 is more than enough to do like everything. So like if you wanna also, Linda, right? Linda, you can also like add a bit of oil if you wanna in the dough, so make the dough a bit more elastic.
Okay.
So like when you use it in the machine, it doesn't break the dough. So like it's much better if you just drop a touch of oil in the dough. Yeah.
So if we don't have 00, don't stress.
Don't
No
stress.
oil, extra bit of kneading.
Exactly.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips when we cook brinjal at home? Because I feel like brinjal's absolutely delicious, especially if you're talking about meat substitutes. And brinjal delivers that meaty texture, amazing flavor.
Yes.
Correct.
But I feel like we don't cook it enough at home. What tips do you have when it comes to cooking brinjal at home?
Brinjal at home, like I like to. So there is a lot of bitterness in the skin. So I prefer if you have a brinjal like that, just if you cook it whatever, oven bake it, you just can cut in half, make some hole with a knife, and oven bake it with some olive oil. Some thyme is perfect, rosemary is perfect, garlic is the best friend. So and just peel like half of the skin. So when you're gonna cook it, the bitterness is gonna be low. Okay, less.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the bitterness was in the skin.
Yes.
Thank you. I've learned a lot about that as well. So you're busy on that. Let's talk about the tagliatelle dish that we've made. And we spoke about the fact that tagliatelle, you want a little bit of thickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too thin.
Yeah.
You want a little bit of that al dente element to it.
Let's say like usually they stay like, let's say 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half in the boiling water. So like if you go thinner, it's gonna stay like 30 seconds, 1 minute. So like you're gonna overcook the pasta. So it's always better to leave like a bit of thickness in the pasta.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When a recipe says cook to al dente, what are we looking for? What should we see a difference? Should we taste a difference?
Taste is always like the key.
And so when we bite into that pasta, what are we looking for?
So like when the pasta is al dente, you always see like we call it like sole. Like you can see the sole in the pasta is a bit white, like when you cook the rice. You know, like if you keep it al dente, it's always like a tiny part white inside the pasta.
So
that means like al dente.
So at home, when you're cooking al dente pasta, what you're looking for is that in that center of that pasta, you want to see that little white speck in the center. And we learned now it's the soul. It's the soul of the pasta. So if you overcook it, your pasta's not going to have soul.
Exactly, you kill it.
Wow! Yes. Okay, so I'm going to give this a taste. Talk me through the sauce that you made, because what I love about your restaurant is the sauce and the pasta play together so well. The one never overpowers the other one. Your sauces are always simple but really delicious.
Yes.
So like this, there's mushrooms in here, there's garlic, and what else have you added to that sauce?
Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil.
Touch of butter and parsley.
And parsley, fresh parsley.
Amazing.
Black pepper. There's a bit of black pepper as well.
Got you. So I see they've given me a knife and a fork, okay? Question, very important. I always do the twirling method, twirl around the fork.
I like that.
Yes. So when you see people doing this at the restaurant...
Run away.
You run away?
Yeah, run away.
So at home, you don't cut your pasta. You're hurting people. You're hurting their feelings.
Yes.
So the method purely is just...
Exactly.
There we go.
Yes.
You cannot break the sole and cut the pasta. Come on.
Don't break the soul.
We must write on the menu, Like don't break the soul of the pasta.
Delicious?
Yes.
Give me
It is so good.
Nice.
Oh,
That's good.
can't talk my mouth full. What went into the pan right now?
Like we got aubergine, okay? So it's going with garlic. Garlic, we leave it like that so we can easily take it out. Okay, so just give the taste. Now this is confit.
You're perfuming with the
You're
garlic.
perfuming,
which
yes.
is different. We normally add the garlic in, which I mean is cool, but I like the fact that you're perfuming so you get like the subtle flavor of the garlic in the background. brinjal's gone in, and then tomatoes.
Tomato, this is tomato confit. It's like a cherry tomato cut by half, seasoned by some icing sugar, salt, olive oil, zest of orange, and you oven bake it under 100 degrees. So it's like 90 for 2 hours. You can make at home. You have your sweetness of the. Of course, you have to always try to take it out from the ingredient, the bitterness.
Right.
Okay, so we try to keep the perfume and the sweetness. So like that, with icing sugar, slow cook, 90 degrees for 2 hours in your oven at home. Perfect.
Love.
You can use it. And now we got some, how you call it, Napoli sauce. This is a peeled tomato Italian sauce. Chop an onion, just put your can on, just leave it cook slowly at home. If you want, you add a bit of water, a couple of spoons, and blend it when it's finished. Add some herbs like basil. We like a lot of basil.
Right.
So, but you can even put oregano or whatever you like.
Got it.
So now when it's done, when it's cooked, you need an extra couple of minutes. We add the sauce, then it's already cooked, and we put the pasta on.
So tell me about that flip. How did you do that flip?
Guys, skill.
Yes.
So if I brought someone to the kitchen now, I'm thinking
can do it again, guys.
maybe just JP Sebastian, if he's nearby, if he can come into the kitchen, could you maybe teach him how to do that flip?
Teach.
JP Sebastian, come in. Come into the kitchen. JP Sebastian in the kitchen with us.
Let's do it.
Try.
We're gonna.
Sorry, I'm sounding like Super Mario.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Oh my God, I feel like my teacher.
You are. Do it. So
Hi, I'm
Nicola,
professor. Hi.
so your student is right here with
Yes,
the
master.
flip.
Must I take the broom? Must I take the broom to clean the floor?
No. We've got it.
You've got like an anti-fire suit. If you've got something that can protect you from third-degree burns.
So the only thing is, the secret is confident. So you must be confident. You cannot, if you shake, it's like me and the camera. If you're shaking and stand, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, but you have to, I'm gonna make it. You have to repeat in your brain.
I'm gonna make it.
So you have to. Okay, give me your hands. Let's try. You can make it another.
I think this is how I'm getting fired, right?
Okay, so you have to push here.
This is beautiful. I'm gonna cut to like a movie moment. This is Ghost.
Ghost. Like
Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore. Let's do this. Okay,
Get
go.
some Celine Dion playing.
Okay, try a bit by yourself. You good.
Hey,
You have it.
can you give some? Hey, JP Sebastian.
Well done.
Oh,
you're good. You're good.
Cyril.
Beautiful.
Thank you,
Well
JP
done. I'm very
Sebastian.
proud.
Let's give him another hand. Let's give him another hand. That was amazing. Thank you. Okay, so that was absolutely beautiful. That was another Mr. Miyagi, Daniel-san moment there. more movie references for you. So you're adding pasta water to the sauce. Why are you doing that?
Yes. So the water helps you all the time in the kitchen, all the time. So don't use too much. Like we don't use cream in our restaurant. It's about that because we try to make it creamy. Okay, because it's,
that's the sauce.
Yes, so it's light. So your food is gonna be light. It's not heavy.
Good.
Okay, so it's easy to add olive oil, add butter, add cream. It's easy to make the recipe taste nice, but after it's gonna be super heavy.
Good.
So water and fat, then is oil. Make you it's brilliant. And you just add water.
Got
So
you.
you cook with the water. Yes.
With the water. South Africa, we are not done yet. There's going to be more. We're going to see the dish come together and we're going to roll out our pasta finally. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ciao.
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 It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I was going to do this. I was going to say welcome back to the show. You know everything. But look at that camera.
Welcome back.
In Italian, you're going to be welcome back.
Bentornati.
Bentornati. Live.
Bentornate live. I love it. That's amazing. Yes, welcome back to the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting! It's been an amazing morning with the two of you. I don't know, we're gonna have to do this on a regular because the two of you have been absolutely amazing.
We can come every day if you wanna.
This afternoon.
There's an afternoon show as well,
why not?
Afternoon Express. We don't like sharing our people. You can stay with us, But loving the dishes, our viewers at home are loving them absolutely. Like, they're just obsessed with it. We've got one more dish to do, and I like the fact that we're doing prawns because at Riva, we specialize in seafood.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we're doing a prawn dish, and we're doing one of my favorite pastas, which is any filled pasta for me is an absolute win. What is the name of the filled pasta we're making today?
It's called tortelloni. Then it's like
Tortelloni?
tortellini is a small one. you like eat especially with like broth, like a chicken broth or beef broth. So the small one, afterward tortelli, then is a medium size, and tortelloni is a big one.
Tortelloni.
So
is
to
the
be
big
like,
one.
and it's like super like, we try to leave it clean to the taste of the prawns. So we just, actually we just take it out our 3 prawns, we put in the pan, and we roasted the head. So they got a lot of taste with a bit of olive oil.
And that's a good point because often people throw the heads away and they just take the prawn meat out and losing so much flavor when they discard the prawns. So how would you, does this dish itself have a name? With the filling, with the pasta, what would you call it?
I call it my love ravioli.
Wow.
I don't know, something like that. There is doesn't have a name.
It does now.
No, you can,
it does now. Okay, so while you're busy with the prawns, we're going to get started on that pasta. So we made the pasta in the first segment.
Exactly.
It's been resting. That's it. So let's go through a little masterclass for our viewers at home on how to roll out pasta.
Okay, so first things, you take the dough and you sprinkle some flour. Remember, when you do the ravioli, it's not like tagliatelle, because like one side of the of the sheet must be like quite humid.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not gonna stick to each other.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we start like that. We prepare a bit the dough, just to prepare the machine. Otherwise, it's gonna be too big and we struggle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We don't want to struggle. No.
Okay. Beautiful.
Let me put this beautiful dish, and I'm trying this. Oh, this dish looks so beautiful. This is the dish that we made earlier with the melanzane, the tomato.
Yes.
And what is the name of this pasta? What would you...
It's a norma. It's a pasta alla norma.
Okay. So, like you said, we're starting...
from the lowest number, okay?
Lowest number, which is your largest
Exactly,
setting. Okay.
exactly. And then we skip it to the second one, and we enter always, as I said before, we don't have to play much with the flour, okay? Because otherwise it's not gonna stick.
Got you.
So we try to not put it. We can play a bit to sprinkle some flour, but try to not put it when you make ravioli.
So you said with the tagliatelle, we wanted a little bit of thickness. Ravioli, we wanted a little thinner.
It depends. It depends of the filling, because you don't want that your ravioli is gonna open while they're boiling in the water. So always, like I recommend to you, like always to keep like a bit of thickness in the pasta as well.
Got you.
Maybe it's gonna take like 1 extra minute in the boiling water, but you're gonna be sure that it's not gonna open.
I mean, that would be so heartbreaking. You spend so much time making the pasta, making the filling, and then it pops in the water.
Yeah, and like another tips, like when you do the pasta in the machine, try to use like the back of your hands always, okay? So like you're able to control the machine with one hand. Got it?
You.
So now
So yes, and obviously the back of our hand, a little softer, a little more surface area.
Exactly, yeah.
So you're not going to break the pasta. Can I switch this one off for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. So we've got our beautiful sheet of pasta, and that was really quick to make. And I know that obviously...
You want to hold it with me?
Yes, let's do this.
Look at that.
This is what we want. And you using the back of the hand.
Yeah, correct.
There
like
we go.
That. Beautiful.
Perfect. Nicolo, jump in.
Okay,
grab a side.
Jump in.
So this is beautiful. This is amazing. South Africa.
Here we go.
Oh my
South
God.
Africa.
Yeah.
This is the magic. So once you get our pasta down.
Exactly. So you can sprinkle some flour at the bottom, because the bottom is not gonna make any difference.
But we're trying to keep the surface as I would say.
Correct.
You want it a little drier, but you want some texture for the filling to spread here.
Otherwise, if you make it too dry, like you can always like fix the mistake, and you can keep some water next to you, and with the finger you sprinkle some water when you're gonna close.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Again,
So
that's the glue. That's the glue. That holds it all
yeah,
together.
that's the glue. So you can take a ring. If you don't have a ring, like don't panic. You can take like a glass or something round, just to make the shape of the ravioli that we're going to make. Okay. So once you, this is gonna be more or less the shape.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So like, try to do not much waste when you do it, okay?
Can you re-roll the pasta that you have left over?
Yes, you can. But if you do that, remember that it's gonna become more like dry, because you're gonna knead again.
And you
so
need
like,
the flour back in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna take more time in the pot,
Got
right?
you.
Here we
I'm
go.
learning so much today. This is amazing.
Here we go.
And besides actually going back onto YouTube to go and check out how we made everything today, you can also visit them at their restaurant.
Exactly.
So they'll be able to try the pastas you're making today, the sauces you're making today.
Correct.
Yes.
And it's literally the two of you in the kitchen with your team every day. Everything's fresh.
Everything is fresh. We share in love, taste. So come and visit us from Monday to Saturday.
And are you available
Don't
for...
call me on Sunday, yeah?
Don't call me on Sunday.
No.
Are you available for photos when our guests, when our viewers come and visit you?
Of course.
Why not?
Yes. And if you...
Depends how much they pay.
Hey, £5 a picture. And if you do go visit them at the restaurant Riva and you get a picture, make sure to post it and tag us on Facebook and Instagram. We want to see that. That's looking amazing. What are you doing now, Nicola? That looks...
So now we just finished, like, we cut our meat prawns very thin, like meals, okay? We just season it with a bit of the lemon zest, just put inside, and we mix it. And that one is we're gonna put a touch of salt, don't exaggerate, a touch of pepper, okay? And this one you're gonna use for the filling, okay? So,
that is so good. That is so
we're
delicious.
gonna put here, you see, in the middle.
Tell you what, with that one that you've just folded, can you just show us how to, very quickly,
Yes.
because we're almost out of time, show us how we do the fold?
So we fold half moon, we call half moon. We just press, so no hair inside. And from the back, we just, from the two down.
Pinch.
Look at that.
Boil, looks beautiful.
Yes.
That was amazing. Can you do me a favor, Ken? Now we're done now for the morning, but before we do leave, look into that camera and say, South Africa, we love you.
South Africa, ti amiamo.
You heard the man. You heard the man.
Bravo.
Can't wait to have you back in the kitchen. The two of you have been absolutely
Thank you
amazing.
very much. It was a pleasure, guys.
South Africa,
Thank you.
you've been amazing. We're going to be back next week with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, guys.